Good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Very good. What's alive for you these days? I saw your video. You posted your first video. Congratulations. I'm excited. How'd it feel?
Yeah. I think I got 17 views, but I think 13 of them are just my views. So
That's great. That's a big first step
yeah.
for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you.
No, you did it all. I'm just the mirror. You did it all. I just created the space for you. You did it all, man. Give yourself some credit.
Yeah, but I need some help. I need
Yeah.
some help because I know that I'm not this body mind. I
You're not what?
am the I am not this body mind,
Yeah.
but I am the awareness.
Yeah.
But the all the there are limiting beliefs related to this character, such as I'm not good at socializing. Generally, I'm not good at speaking, and so on. But I know that I am uh the awareness, but I can't seem to let go of these limiting thoughts. Can you help me?
Yeah, of course. Um, and you say limited thoughts. So it's like we're resting right here, right, as awareness, as you said, or this peer view of awareness, which is our true nature. And everything that arises in this space of beingness is awareness. Whatever thoughts come up, whatever beliefs come up, it's all from awareness. And it all is awareness, actually. If we could see, if we can look at the thoughts when they come and not personalize them and say that they apply to a me, once we see clearly, that we are awareness, these thoughts don't have personalization in them. Like they don't apply to like a help me or anything like that. It's just like it's a kind of impersonal. Like when you're the impersonal beingness, I mean, all we're doing is just resting here, as beingness. And these thoughts are coming up and they're telling us, oh, this applies to me. This belief, this limited belief applies to me. Like this character has limitations. It's not good with social settings. It's not good with speaking. It feels anxiety. All those kind of thoughts will come as personalization. They can only have any power. They only have any power as if we give them attention and belief. We actually believe them. The feelings are real. Like you feel these energies, there's dynamic energies in the awareness that we are, and all of the dynamic energy is awareness as well. It's what's flowing, you know, in this space of beingness. If we can come from that perspective and that identity, it'll help soften those beliefs, and then you'll have more like of an inner confidence in knowing that those thoughts don't apply to you or those limited beliefs don't apply to you. And you won't go to the mind so much. Like what happens is we're just resting here and everything's flowing naturally. But if we go to the mind, the thoughts, that's when we get into limitation or belief in the thoughts. That's where it interrupts the flow. So if we could just relax, I would say the best advice would be just relax as the space, as the awareness. And as those thoughts come, you know, look at them as they don't really apply to me. They're just innocent thoughts floating here in this awareness, and they don't apply to a Jensen or a Rob. They're just another pure view of awareness, just another view of awareness in this space. So you can just take it. So when the thought comes, what I do is like if a thought comes like that, I'll say, "Oh, okay," and take it. I say, "Yes, I see the thought," and then I'll shrink it down, and then I can put it into this space of beingness, and then I open the awareness and bring my attention to everything. Now that is, you know, that thought became this small, but that thought is resting in this awareness, and that thought is actually awareness itself. And as I rest here, I see that it just resolves that thought will just resolve itself, and then poof, you know, it evaporates, and then something new is flowing, kind of flows in, says whatever it wants to say. I acknowledge it. Yes, I see you. And then I say, you're just you're another thought. You're an equal thought like every other thought. So I shrink it down like every other thought because all thoughts are of awareness and in this open space of awareness. So I'm not so grabbing on to that one thought and making it the big thing in the open space where I don't see everything else. Meanwhile, there's an abundance of feelings and thoughts in this space, but they're just being shrunk down because they're all equally arising. There's not one view of awareness or one thing in the description that's bigger than the other. When it comes in, it's just shrunk automatically, and it gets to rest in the space of beingness that I am, that you are. And when you do that, you'll find the energy that was going into you putting all that energy into that one view, and that's why it looks so big and why you're feeling the big experience of it. But if you can shrink it down and just put it there and let it rest and then open up your awareness, you'll find it always resolves, takes care of itself. The thoughts come in, they do their thing, they collapse right back into awareness. Something new is flowing. But it's not just that thought. There's other thoughts, there's other feelings. There's this open space of beingness, which is expansive, you know, which encompasses everything. So all point of views are allowed to be in there, but they're all equal. There's not one that's more dominant than the other. The only way they become dominant is if we give it belief or attention. But if we shrink it down and let it be equal with everything else, we see it that way, then you'll find those thoughts won't limit you as much as you think that they will. So, something that you need to do in your direct experience, hearing me say it, but test it out and see how that goes.
Mm.
What helps too is as you get the confidence going, you get that inner conviction, the more that you're posting. So you post the video, you did it. I mean, the thoughts came, said you couldn't do it, but you relaxed in awareness and you said, I know what I am, I can do this. And you went and you did it. So those thoughts really weren't true, were they? Saying that you couldn't do it. So you saw through the thoughts. Like, once you see through the thoughts, then you get more and more confidence. And then the fear of the thoughts or the personalization of the thoughts, then you kind of look at them and you're just not interested in them as much. It's like, not really interested in that thought because it's not really true. It doesn't apply, you know, to what I am. I know what I am, and that's okay to be there. It just doesn't apply to a me because there's no me here for it to apply to. When you see what you are, those thoughts don't take on that same meaning, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in my experience, if I focused on certain thoughts, it intensifies.
Hmm.
And like you said, if I open my awareness,
Yeah.
just relax and open my awareness, and I can just let go of those limiting thoughts very easily.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just another thought, is all it is. That's the way I look at it now. Like I'm resting here, you know, I'm here at rest, at peace. Thought comes, no big deal. Doesn't apply to anything. It's just that's what the nature of thoughts, they come. It's just another thought. It doesn't have any personalization to me. It's just comes in, does it things, and resolves itself. It's just another it's still awareness though. Everything's awareness. When you see everything as awareness, because it can't be, that thought can't be separate from awareness, because the awareness has to be there for it to be alive, and that awareness is you. So it's almost like it's like awareness in disguise, I would say. Look at it like that. Whatever the thought is, look at it as awareness in disguise, awareness in disguise. And you say, oh, that's just what I am. It's just showing that point of
So
view.
it's awareness coloring itself as limiting thoughts,
Hmm.
but it has no substance.
Has no substance apart from awareness. You're
Mm.
giving it the awareness is what gives us this is what gives it the substance. Nothing can be independent of awareness. No thought can be. And when you know that, then you know all awareness. then you know it's all awareness and you know that it's you. So it takes the energy out of it, the personalization out of it. And then it's just a restful.
So you said personalizing the thoughts. So if
Yeah,
I let's say I have a thought that I'm not good at socializing,
I would say
and
pause
if
right
I
there. Pause
depersonalize
like,
that
well,
thought,
let's just pause right there. Pause right there. You had the thought. Say it again. You had the thought that what?
I'm not good at socializing.
I have the thought that I'm not good at socializing. I would say, well, let's just examine, let's pause the thoughts and just let's examine that I. That I. Where is this I? And just pause and look around. See if you can find this personal I. Just look.
There is no separate I. It's all connected. It's all boundless.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's no personal I here. So who's that thought talking to? It's just a thought. Has no substance. It's all just awareness. It doesn't apply to an I because I don't see, can't find an I. And with that one I, when we personalize that I is where all the problems are. If you think about it,
Mm.
if you see through the eye and that eye melts away, it's just this open space of peace. So there's no problems here. It's just a restfulness, a relief. It's just relief here. Relief from thoughts and body sensation. Description will
Mm.
come up because basically all it is dynamic energy moving through the awareness, but the description or the mind or the thoughts will put a label on it. But when you see through the labels, it's just the mind and the thoughts labeling it something. But if you see through the labels and the thoughts, it's just really space. It's just aware space is all it is. The substance of what it is, it's not really real. It's like well, you've heard all the illustrations, I'm sure, looks like a mirage. And when you get up close and look at it, you're like, oh, it's just a little mirage, a little smoke and mirrors or hologram or whatever. But that's all it is. This is just all open space, open aware space that thoughts and coming up, but they have no substance. They don't apply to, they're not sticking to anything.
Mm.
Nothing for it to stick to or apply to. We're just resting. We acknowledge them. We just don't personalize them because we check. There's no I here for it to apply to. And sometimes, we'll fall into that, because we've been conditioned so long about this separate I. I mean, think about it. Ever since we were young, we've been conditioned that we're a separate person, that we're this I with this story. We grew up here, we grew up there. So any of the thoughts that came, we started building an identity on this I. But when we go and we check in direct experience, we can't find this I that has social anxiety. So sometimes when we see through it, then the personalization softens. The best thing to do is just keep, resting back is this peer view of awareness many times throughout the day until it becomes natural.
Beautiful. Yeah, the whole thing, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
Yeah.
if that thought, like, I'm not good at socializing comes up, the normal mode would be starting a new chain of thoughts based on that identity. Like, so what do I need to do? What do I need to practice? Do I need to sign up for another workshop?
Yeah. I would say
But
when the
if
thought,
you,
when the thought comes, I would just be like, wake up, let's check. Where's this up? It's not
Mm,
here. I'm
mm,
relaxing as awareness, all is well. All right. What's something that excites me that I want to do right now? I want to do a video. Cool. Let's do a video. I'm not even thought, just like flowing, boom, 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 just flowing. That's just thoughts. You just go instead of being lost. Like, because really, you're just here. The body's just moving like this, but the thoughts are coming, trying to control the body. They're just thoughts. It's just like there's more of a freedom because it's like thoughts on a pot. I'm in the flow. I'm an effortless being. I'm just flowing, man. Like, the energy's just flowing through, and I'm using that energy to create things, create videos, write books, do calls with people, whatever lights you up. You know what I mean? Without going
It's
to the
just so
thoughts.
simple.
Yeah, or over the yeah. It's just all the identity. It's just a little. It's like a little shift in identity. That's all it is. Just looking at it differently.
Mm,
Another view, like just looking at it and putting it in
mm,
all perspective. And then it becomes natural. Just continue to rest back as the pure view, the wide view, the expansive view of awareness, and see everything else falling into the space equally. And then it just resolves itself. And then the relief is always here, no matter what thought comes up, because the substance of it is awareness
mm.
or relief, whatever word, or clarity, whatever word you want to give it. Again, the words are just pointing in your direct experience to what it is, and then just let the words disappear. Because all words are really empty. They're only given the meaning that you give it. For all words themselves. Like if you take away all language, what's here? Right? We're right back here to the whatever this is. But it's simple. It's simpler than you think.
Yeah. Just like David Bingham said, it's all invitations, and it's up to us whether we whether
Yeah,
we
whether you want
invite,
to,
whether we accept the invitation or not.
yeah. Like the invitation comes in the mail. Like if you have an invitation to a birthday party and it comes in the mail, you know, you do you like open it up and entertain? Oh, I think I'm gonna go to this birthday party. I want to go. Or the invitation comes from someone that you're not really too fond of. You're not really interested in, You just kind of put it to the side and just be like, this doesn't really, it's not into it, doesn't apply. Not my thing. And then you just kind of lose interest in those invitations. They're like, I just don't, you see them as Santa Claus, I can say, see them as Santa Claus thoughts, or once you see Santa Claus isn't real, because your thoughts are not real in the sense that they don't apply to a I, because I've checked in my direct experience, I don't see a separate Rob. It's really just this simplicity of what's here. So when it becomes simple, things become easier because it's like, I'm just simply sitting here. I'm just simply talking to you. I don't have any script or anything. Any of the interviews or stuff I do on my YouTube, I don't have. I'm just letting effortless being just talk like spontaneously and just letting it flow because I'm not caught up in my thoughts of limitation or, what are people going to think of me? Then there might be self-worth thoughts that come. But when you look at them and say, well, they don't really apply to an I or to a me, I don't really see an I or me who's here. Then you feel empowered, right? And you feel empowered to do it, and then you're just in the flow. Just like you are right now, like you're in the flow. And even when I looked at that interview that you did, I don't know that anybody watching that can tell that they probably didn't even know did you have a lot of social anxiety when you were on that call? Because it seemed like you just talked and flowed. That's what I saw. But what
I
was
think
going on?
yeah,
What was going on behind the scenes? Tell me.
I think I didn't know that I was kind of co-hosting that.
You didn't know
That
what?
was awesome.
Oh, co-hosting it?
I was
That's the best way. Just throw you into
yeah.
it. Sink or swim.
Yeah, but
But then you did it, right?
yeah, yeah, I liked it.
That's like the dad who takes his kid and just throws him in the pool, said, swim, son. He's not gonna let him drown. He'll jump in and help if he has to, but he knows he can swim. He's just letting the fear hold him
Mm.
back. And then when he sees the fear is not anything valid, it's no big deal. And he's off and swimming, and he's racing Michael Phelps in the Olympics and beats Michael Phelps and gets the gold medal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what it is. That's cool that you did the video. Yeah, but what's your next video going to be?
Maybe I can post this one that I'm liking.
Yeah, post this one. Yeah, but encourage people to
Yeah.
just relax as the awareness, and you know that even if you have identity with social anxiety, that you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that those
Oh,
thoughts.
yeah. I remember David Bingham was also hesitating on the invitations to the Conscious TV,
Yeah,
but he did it, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I think David even shares that. Like he's more like the inward type of guy, you know. And but yeah, he did it. Like look at him, like you know, he's very clear. But that's because he's functioning from effortless being. It's not David Bingham doing it. It's effortless being is what's doing it. He's just getting out of the way and allowing it to flow. And he's identified. He knows what his true nature is. He's very clear. And so he's allowed as he allows effortless being to talk. It's very clear, and that's why people are resonating and waking up or whatever you want to call it. You know, finding value in that. I know I did too, and you did, and a lot of people that I talked to. It's because it's effortless being coming through. It's not David Bingham doing it. He'll tell you that too. It's not him, but it's effortless being that's flowing through, that's doing it. So
Yeah, I love your story of just people showing up to you and people just emailing you. I don't know.
yeah, it's kind of
It's
like it
all about the
happens.
energy, yeah.
Yeah, because I think previously he was doing, writing everybody. When he had heard the John Wheeler tape,
Mm-mm. Mm.
um, he sent that around. But then when he found is when you just rest as the awareness or effortless being, the ease of being, just resting is that and allowing it just to come to you. And then as it comes to you, then you address it as it comes, and then opportunities would show up. And then Rhonda Byrne, was a big turning point when she had talked to David and then learned, her true nature. And then came out with that book, The Greatest Secret, which was a worldwide appeal, right?
It was a
And
huge turning point for me.
yeah, me too. Like that was the book that I listened to when he had said, "You are the infinite being having a human experience." Because previous to that, I was identified what you were talking about, that I thought, that Rob with all the stories and the thoughts, they were all like this thought about thoughts and all this string of thoughts that were applying to this Rob. When he said you were the infinite being, it's kind of like woke me up like, wait a second. I've always been this beingness. And then when I checked the beingness, then I got curious about what is this beingness that's here? Because I don't see any I here. When I look in my direct experience, I said, what is this beingness? And I said, well, can this beingness get sick? No. Was it ever born? No. Does it have any problems? No. Does it have social anxiety? No. No matter what questions I would ask for it, I would realize that it was the infinite being. It was infinite. It's always been here and it's whole and it's complete. And that's where the peace was. But it's shining right here in plain view, like right here, right now. Like everyone can see it in their direct experience right now. It's just sitting here peacefully the whole time. It's the substance of what everything is. It's the open space, the background of peace, where everything is coming and going. But it always remains permanent. There's always been something permanent here for everyone. That's what we're pointing to, right? That which is permanent. And then you have the coming and going within it, but it's all the same awareness. But when you identify with it,
Yeah.
and it kind of ends like the suffering and the seeking, so to speak, you know, you don't have like that intensity of, you kind of just lose interest in it because like you kind of know what you are. Because like, kind of know it doesn't apply. It's like the thoughts are made up. But the whole time you're just resting here as the open space of beingness. And when you get curious about the beingness, it's just the simple simplicity of this sense of existence that everyone has. That's this sense of existence, like this feeling of aliveness that's here that was given the label Rob or Jensen. It was just given a
But
name.
essentially, there's just one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not separate. You and I are the same being, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's two voices here, but they're not separate. They're just two voices arising in this unified open space of beingness. That's all that's happening. It's just sounds arising, like our voices. There's computers arising. It's just consciousness taking different shapes and sizes and different experiences, whatever. But there's always a restfulness here. There's always a relief here underneath every appearance. So whatever the appearance is, it's just another point of view and awareness. Um, and the restful awareness has to be there with any appearance because the appearance can't be, it doesn't have an independent nature apart from awareness. And when you know that, then that's where the peace and restfulness is because you know it's you. So you can rest because you know what your place is. Your place is the open space, the container of open space of consciousness or beingness, where everything can come and go. And awareness is it's stainless awareness, it's timelessly free awareness. So anything in the appearance is timelessly free. No matter what the labels say that is happening in the appearance, it's all equal. There's no because the mind will tell you that one appearance is better than another. So it's beyond good and bad. It's what the mind sits in itself. And when you check for a mind, go check for a mind. See if you can find it. Look for it. In this immediate perception, what do you see?
I can't find it.
It's really simple. It's just this. It's just we're lost in the thoughts. Like we're lost in the descriptions and the thoughts about thoughts. Here's a good one that people like to say. Can you feel a Jensen here?
Mm. No, there's just flimsy thoughts. All the
Yeah.
thoughts related to this character, it's just flimsy thoughts.
Yeah, it's like a deck of cards. Once you see through the eye, everything, all the cards, everything tumbles down and evaporates, and you're right back where you started, right here. The whole time you were just going, like you said, like buy a ticket to a ride, and you're just on some
Mhm.
ride in your head. And meanwhile, I'm looking at you. Hi, Jen. Hi, I see you. You're lost in your head on some ride, and then you go, ooh, all the dips, and you're going like this, ooh, and your body's tensing up. Ooh, it must be like when the ride's taking a dip. You see you doing all these things. I'm looking at you like, that's all just make believe thoughts, right? You're playing with. If you want to give your energy to it, you can, but it's like an emotional roller coaster when you're. I mean, it really is a relief to know that you don't have to go on those rides. Use all your energy and, do all those emotions. Then you have all this extra energy that you can use to do stuff that you want to do, like creative things, creativity, making videos, whatever, whatever lights you up. And that's part of like what our intuition is, right? Everybody has intuition. When you're feeling open and expansive, following that rather than if you're feeling contracted. Or the other way, really even a simpler way to do that really would just see effort and effortless. If it feels like effort, relax back. If it feels easy, effortless, follow that. Go with that energy, take action. But if you're feeling a lot of effort and stuff, then it's time to relax and relax any action or just rest back and let it play out. It always resolves itself.
Beautiful.
Have you noticed that? It always resolves itself when you leave it alone. It's only when you start giving it attention and analyzing it and trying to control anything in the appearance, that's when it gets more energy and it stays around longer and it builds more momentum. But if you just relax and treat it equally like everything else, it always resolves itself. That's what I've seen in my direct experience.
Could you give me an example of that?
What's that?
Could you give me an example of that? Things resolving itself by not giving the
Yeah, like
attention.
maybe the thought of social anxiety comes up, and then, well, first of all, at this point, I would look at it really wouldn't interest me because I'm like, I already know that doesn't apply to an I,
Mm.
but the thought will still come. It'll come here, but then it'll just evaporate. It'll go away on its own. Or any life situations, if you notice, even just life situations, they kind of go away on their own. if you just don't give them attention to it. Like you, because you really can't, because what's happening is there's really no doer here anyway. There's no like personal I doing it. It's all just happening automatically. So it all is just resolving itself on its own because it's all doing its own thing. We're just relaxing as the space of awareness or beingness where it's all happening. And so everything just resolves itself in this awareness. You ever hear the expression, this too shall pass? It's kind of some truth in that.
Mm, yeah.
Like you think of when you're a little kid and I don't know, maybe somebody was bullying you at school and mom or dad would sit down with you and you know, well, your dad might say, go hit him back. Not only say, he would, but mom would say, just relax. This too shall pass. Yeah, I know you think it's such a big deal now. Or even a daughter who had a, I remember my sister, she had a boyfriend and she'd be devastated, you know, when he broke up with her for some other girl or something like this. And then mom would say to her, well, this too shall pass, honey. Don't worry. I know you think it's such a big thing now, but 10 years from now, when you're looking back, it'll be no big deal. You'll have plenty of boyfriends and other ones will come. But of course, in her mind, she's so, this is it. I'm so devastated. You know, you're dealing with, when you're in dealing with emotions, you can't see, you know, the peer view or the expansive view. And that's just such a tiny little thing, you know, and then it resolved, right? It went on its own.
Mm,
I mean, she could make it like such a big thing and make it linger and have all those emotional drama and draining her energy. But if at that moment she could just relax, but she did fine. She did relax a little bit because she's like, it'll pass. And then she kind of calmed down. Okay, honey, come on, let me make you something to eat. Let's have some ice cream or whatever. And um, and then she was off doing her own other thing. Oh, my other friend Sally called and what was that? And then that just that just passed as if it never happened.
mm,
It's no eye for it to have happened to. When you look at the from the awareness perspective, it's never really even happened. When you're looking from there, the experience feels real though. The experience did happen, but it didn't happen to a personal eye. It was just something that was flowing in the awareness. It was equal to any other appearance. So there's a peace in knowing that, a relaxation, the relief, I should say.
yeah, it's such an effortless way of living.
Hmm.
Just relax.
Yeah, just relax. Easy, effortless, ease of being. Everyone can do it no matter what their life experience is, you know. Could be somebody on death row, you know. They could be resting as the awareness, you know. They could have that peace that surpasses all understanding when they, because that is accessible to them too. I mean, there's some people that are worse off than people on death row. They live in their own prisons because they're in these own thoughts and all these limitations, and they have like this mask of identities and thoughts and limitations, and the thoughts are torturing them because they're personalizing it, you know. And somebody that could be sitting in a prison cell on death row could just be sitting here relaxed. I'm just relaxing as the awareness, not identify with the body mind. Everything just resolves, and I can just rest back, and no matter what points of view come up, I see them all as myself anyway. And you kind of relaxed in that. You know, that doesn't mean we don't take
Mm,
inspired action when if the lawyer comes and says, "Oh, you know, yeah, sure, let's," you know, of course you take action, and then you know, you just kind of relaxed in it, and you see everything as pretty much the same or equal, because you can always rest as the awareness the whole time, because it's right here, it's ever present, and it's what your true nature is anyway. So how hard would it be if it's what you already are? You know, it's just something telling you that you're not. That's the only thing. So just see through what's telling you that it's not, and then you're free. There's the freedom, true freedom. So it's just a matter of just seeing it.
mm,
So there's no like practice or thing you have to do. It's just because it's here already and it's what you already are. It's just something telling you that it's not. So once you see through it, that's something that's telling you that's not is not true, that it's made up, that you're just the beingness that's whole and complete, then there's relief and rest in every appearance that arises in this space of beingness. And you can see it in your direct experience. When you just rest back many times as the pure view of awareness throughout the day, until it becomes natural and automatic.
Mm. Yeah, it's such an easy way of living, but we're so conditioned to do something about our problems.
Then I
And
would say, who is it that's conditioned? Let me look for this who. Like I would take everybody right back to the direct experience. The
Mm,
person that is seeking, you're sitting right there in the chair.
mm, mm,
The problem that you think you have is just a thought. It's just another thought. That's why I always love what Taylor Bob said, what's wrong with right now unless you think about it. Because what he was saying is it's the identity and the thoughts that's causing the
right.
problems. When you're not identifying with the thoughts as applying to a separate I or you or Rob, what's the problem? Like in this immediacy of this perception, there's no problems. It's fun. Everything's taken care of.
If we from now on just identify with our beingness, there is no problem.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, like in the book and stuff. Did we want to re-explore the book and getting it in in Korean, like
Oh,
through my contact, or do you have something else?
uh, no, I don't have something else because like I've got few publishers rejecting it.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, maybe we could try your contact, but yeah, I really don't think it's gonna be like yeah, there are
You
gonna be
think
no
you
Koreans.
think having it in Korean in the English market, that there's a market for that? Is there a market for Korean language in
Oh, you mean
United States,
outside Korea?
Canada? Huh? Yeah, outside of South
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
So I mean, I could use my contact. There was a few things she was asking that we did.
Mm,
I'll have to pull up that email and see what it was, but I mean, I can go and get that done as a start,
sure.
so we can get it in Korean.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, I wish I could get some local publishers to publish it, but there's always alternatives. So yeah.
Yeah, remember we said in the beginning, like even when David was he was just making himself available and following
Mm,
the path of least resistance, what feels easy, what comes to us effortlessly, let whatever it is just, come effortlessly into us instead of, trying to make it happen or force an outcome. That's just, we're just going to let it come effortlessly because it's infinite
mm,
intelligence behind the scenes doing it all for, reasons that beyond whatever, because it's intelligence too, it's infinite intelligence. So I just thought, since I have that contact, and it was just a few things we could get that one out, and then who knows where it goes from there. Because that's just what kind of what showed up effortlessly. So I always follow
mm,
whatever's coming easily to me.
mm.
I found and effortlessly, I found if you just follow that, and then other doors open, other things, it's just a way to live, and things always work out great.
Yeah, sure. I could do that. I remember she requesting the formatting. I could do basic formatting as she requested,
Okay.
and then I could email you or her
Email me and then I'll,
with with the new draft. Yeah.
take it from there and get it published.
Mm,
And then we'll
great.
have it in Korean. And then you have it in Korean, then maybe what's coming to me now is once we have it in that language, maybe we could start sending it to publishers in Korea that it's already in Korean. Maybe that would make a difference. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Look,
Oh yeah, I never
we
thought of
already
it.
have it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
already have it in Korean in the United States, Canada, wherever, everywhere else, you know. And we wanted, we already have it in Korean language
Mm,
and send them the book and say, look, there's
okay.
obviously we had it published in Korean because there was a market for it. And so then you can show
Mm.
that there's interest in it. and then
Great. Yeah, I never thought of Koreans outside Koreans. Yeah.
yeah, start there. Let's go where the path of least resistance is, where what's showing up effortlessly.
Mm,
That's what feels like it's coming from effortless being is to start there and then see what opens up from there. But that's just like the next easy thing.
mm.
It's whatever's coming easily and effortlessly, making ourselves available. But it seemed like really simple things she was asking for. It would take me like, you know, be no effort required to get that book published in Korean. You just forward the email and say, do this. Yeah.
Great. Let's do this. Yeah.
And then I would say from there, then I would just start sending just feel the impulses of who you think, now showing it already in Korean, you know, instead of seeing it in English, I don't know, seeing it already published might make a difference, or somebody that sees the book already published in English that's here sees it and is like, oh, this would be good to have it there. You never know who they are. We don't
Mm,
know. Like,
mm.
infinite intelligence can move people to do things. It's all you anyway, but um, yeah, but that's just what's arising effortlessly. So follow what follows whatever's coming effortlessly with ease.
Okay. Yeah.
So take a look at that email and then just send it over to me, and then I'll take it from there. It's effortless for me.
I'll do that. Yeah. Definitely.
As long as whatever she was asking was effortless. It didn't look like it wasn't anything crazy. It looked like it was pretty easy. She
Yeah.
was
It
asking,
just
yeah,
take a few hours to edit that.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it feels effortless, do it. If it doesn't, then don't.
Mm-mm.
Always, if you're running into where if it's feeling frustrating, a lot of effort, then just back off. It's just infant intelligence telling us, no, wait, there's something else coming. You know, that's how you tell. Like if it's
Yeah.
you know, if it's in alignment.
Cool. Great. Yeah.
Yay! I'm excited about that. How's things going with the dating scene?
Oh yeah, I had a blind date this Sunday, but yeah, we had a nice conversation, but there wasn't really a spark, so
Oh, okay.
they're really gonna move on. But there's always opportunities arising effortlessly, so
Yeah, of course.
I'm not in a worry.
There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty. Yeah, you'll know when it's right. It'll just arise effortlessly. Just make yourself available, put yourself out there,
Mm,
and just have fun. I would say follow the fun. It's usually when it happens. When you're having fun with it. Not as oh, I gotta go on this date, or oh, I gotta find. It's like out of neediness. It's more of a just relaxed, having some fun, and this sounds like fun. Oh, let's go out here. Oh, I'll go on this,
mm,
return this email, or go on this app, or whatever is arising. It'll come to you effortlessly. It'll just seem like the next logical thing to do, and it'll feel easy and light. If it feels like a lot of effort and striving and stuff, then just relax. No need to take action at that point, and then just see what else comes in, whatever's coming, whatever's flowing effortlessly. It's a great way to live.
mm.
It's our true nature, right?
Wow, yeah. Mm. So simple, but so effective.
It is very simple because it's what we already are.
Mm.
It's restful, peaceful. Yeah, I did an interview with the doctor of philosophy. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh yeah, I saw like 20% of it. I didn't manage to watch the whole thing, but he was talking about the
You were cutting out.
very
He was talking
ancient
about the what?
philosophers, right?
Yeah, he was talking about the what?
Ancient philosophers, like ancient philosophers.
Yeah, I think he brought it up in the call at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I reread the Republic by Plato like these days, and he 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 gave an analogy of the cave analogy. Like all these people are tied in a cave, and, and they're shown not the real world outside the cave, but the shadow, the play of shadow, inside the cave. And one of the people got freed up and went outside the cave,
Oh,
and he realized that this is the real world, and all the shadows and there's just illusions. So he went back to cave, telling all the people in the cave that this is an illusion, and all those people tried to kill him and say, "What are you talking about? This is real."
yeah.
So I think yes, Socrates and Plato knew that this is an illusion, and there is a real substance, the awareness, a real truth outside of this illusion already. Like that was before Jesus, I think. Yeah. So I think they all knew it.
Yeah, I think so. That's crazy. That was a fun interview. He subscribed to my channel, so I reached out to him, and I saw his channel. He had was interviewing a lot of non-duality people out, and he's a professor over in Vietnam, doctor of philosophy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's a college professor in the university. He's a doctor of and he started his own YouTube channel and with media. He's really good with media. If you see his site, he's got really the animation on him was like unbelievable. Um, but there was a non-duality intensive on one of the islands over there by Vietnam. So he flew over there. And he talks about it in the interview, and he would interview these at these non-duality intensives, and that's how he started getting interested in non-duality. He's like, wow. He's like, if I can interview talking about nothing, because you know how it is with radical non-duality. So like they'll talk about there's nothing here, and you know, and the whole conversation. It's funny, like listening to the interview because it's always pointing back. Well, there's nothing here. Like there's nothing to get. There's nothing to because it's basically just pointing back to effortless being. Basically, is what it is. You know what your true nature is. So he's like, if
Mm.
you can give an interview about nothing, he goes that's how he overcame his fear, you know, of doing interviews and stuff. Was just if you could start with the radical non and get through a it's all about nothing, you know. He's like now he's like, oh man, you know, I can go anywhere now and interview people, you know. So now he's flying out to Asia, different places, interviewing people. And I said, well, you're going to do something else. And he's like, no, I'm just focused on the non-duality right now. That seems to be like what's arising effortlessly. I was like, well, then just follow that.
That's
But it was
so
funny.
great.
It was funny though. He's very comical and he has like good pointers in there. And at one point in the interview, I go, can you stop being now? And he goes like this, like that. He goes, no. But he's really animated and
Mm.
he has some like swift like one liners to wake people up, you know. You can tell he knows his true nature.
Mm.
His pointers are very very direct in that interview. But it was interesting. And that just arrived, like I said, that just arrived effortlessly. Oh, he subscribed. I just sent him an email. It's like, yeah, let's do one, you know, and just flowed. There was no with no scripting, anything. We just get on and just so I, you know, I turn the thing on and he comes on the screen. I go, hey, you might just talk, you know, just hit record and we'll just talk whatever flows. Like, yeah, sure. Hit it and just flowed, you know. That's the best because you don't go to the
Beautiful.
mind and the thoughts. You just let effortless being just whatever wants to arise, whatever comes in easily, and then keep it easy as you're going, you know. And that's what I would say to you, like whatever's coming to you effortlessly with ease. And when you're talking, you know, don't overthink it. Just, you know, turn it on, hit record, and then just see what flows. You're not tied to any outcome or trying to impress anyone or caring what people think. Who cares? People that resonate with it will resonate. Those that don't won't. I'm not here to save the world or please everybody. You know, who cares? We're doing it for, you know, because we're following effortless being. We're following what we are. We're following what feels easy. And it feels fulfilling to do that, you know, to be in alignment with your true nature. There's a feeling of fulfillment and joy and satisfaction. completeness, expressing what this is. There's joy in that and fulfillment.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you for guiding me to that
Actually, I'm just the
path. Never
mirror. Remember,
expected
you're
to
doing it all yourself.
do this.
The consciousness is doing it. I'm just holding the
I
space.
can't believe that.
You are. You're doing it.
I can't believe I'm doing it myself.
You are. You called all this into existence. Here I am. I must have called you in too, or the infinite being wants it to happen this way because it's happening effortlessly. It couldn't happen without awareness being here doing it. Impossible. There's no way we could Robert Jensen could orchestrate something like this. I can't even get my heart to beat on its
Right.
own. I can't get the breath. I can't do it on my own. It's all happening automatically. I'm not taking any credit for anything. I'm serious. It's just happening.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just resting. I get the best job. I
Mm.
just get to rest and follow the flow and the joy and lightness and the ease and the excitement, following your bliss, following what lights you up, it's cool.
Mm.
Simple, when you're just looking, when you're here, you know, you're actually here, not lost in the thoughts of the identification. Just resting back as this peer view of awareness many times, throughout the day until it becomes natural. That came up a few times. Yeah, it's just kind of, you never know what's going to flow through, but that may resonate.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, I want to get back to doing some panel calls. I don't know if you're interested in doing any of those again.
Yeah, I mean, I think you invited me to our next panel talk on 27th.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the um, last Friday of the month at 6 o'clock. We'll do another one.
Hmm.
Um, the doctor of philosophy wants to get on one of those panel calls, but he's in Vietnam. So the hour difference is like 12 or
Which
13.
is 2 hours behind. So yeah,
So I would have to do it like
it's gonna be 4 a.m. in Vietnam.
yeah, so I'd have to I'm trying to, do it
Yeah,
later
4 or
in the
5 a.m. Yeah.
I'd have to figure out a time. Like when I did the interview with him, it was on a Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and I think it was like
Mm.
7 or 8 at night where he was, you know. So, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
whatever
mind.
works for him works for me. So
Oh yeah, would you do a panel call with him?
yeah, sure. Like
Yeah.
it's just 2 hours away. Then 2 hours.
That's right for you. Yeah, it's just yeah. So it either have to be early morning like this, or I guess, or later at night, I guess. Yeah. For
I
me.
actually lived in Vietnam for 3 years, so
Oh wow. Okay.
that's
I think it'd be cool, like to talk about AI and stuff. Like on the interview, we talked a little bit about AI and stuff like that. And a lot of his university students are really big into AI, artificial intelligence.
yeah.
Um, and a lot of them have fear that AI is going to take over the world and stuff like that. I think it'd be kind of interesting for people because I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. And he was saying there was this one study where people were having a relationship with AI. They asked them everything
Oh
and
yeah.
everything, and then a lot of them are experiencing, you know, different emotions and stuff. They think it's so real, and then they apply it in the everyday life, and they run into problems or something. We said
Mhm.
something like this on the interview, but I think it'd be fun to explore that a little more with people. Because I don't hear a lot of people talking about AI.
Great.
I think it's interesting. It's fascinating. I love AI
Mm.
and all that kind of stuff. When it's used the right way, putting it in perspective, like anything else, in life, you know, has a useful purpose or it could not. It's depending on how you use it. Like a knife has good purposes. It can cut my potatoes, my onions, but then some people could use the knife and, you know what I mean? So it's not the knife doing it, it's the
So it's,
application.
it's
Yeah.
entirely up to us. So yeah.
Yeah. It really is. You have all the power. Although it's all happening anyway, effortlessly,
Mm.
spontaneous. But we can be intentional The way he started the call was funny. He was um I don't know if you heard the beginning of the call. He goes, Robert, so what I hear is that you're the dream master, that you help people experience a better dream. Because, we're seeing it all like this is just like a dream. And so he's like, you're the dream master. You're helping people have a better dream, aren't you? And then later in the call, he's asking me like, so how do we make the dream better? Like we
Oh.
talked a little bit about law of attraction. We talked a little bit about how it's a frequency game, lighting up the energy, the frequencies, mirroring out the experiences. But it was kind of cool how he started the call. Like, he's like, I've been hearing that you're the dream master, that you help
Oh my
people have a really cool dream.
God.
I go, well, if we're dreaming, we might as well have fun, right? With the dream. Instead of just being like, oh, there's nobody here and depressed.
Yeah.
Like, Cage, come alive. Make the puppet dance.
Yeah. Who
But
doesn't
we
want to
had
have
fun.
fun, It's the
Yeah.
dream.
Maybe I'll start the call off like that. Hi, this is the dream master. We're gonna make your dreams come true. You're gonna have
Oh.
the best dream. If you're having a dream, it's gonna be a fun, delightful, extravagant, delicious dream.
Mm.
I don't know. Just play with it. It becomes more playful, right? Like when you know it's a dream, when you don't know it's a dream, it's like, oh, it's really serious. But
It's a nightmare, yeah.
oh my
It's a
goodness.
full-on nightmare.
Take away the eye. Pooh, what problem you got? See through the eye. Hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. So you'll adjust the time if I get okay.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Let me work on that. That'll be fun. Putting a feeler out there to see who's interested effortlessly.
And I'll work on the drafts. Full, yeah.
Work on the what?
I'll work on our book in Korean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get it in
The
Korea, out
editing,
in
yeah.
the United States, Britain, and Canada, and wherever else I got. Everywhere else in Europe. Um, it'll have exposure to all of Europe as well. So let's do it.
Let's do
What else?
this.
Anything else arising for you before we close out?
No, not really. It's all good.
All good. All right, I'll look for your emails. You got my email, and I'll let you know about that. I'll keep you posted on the interview.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Thank you for the call,
Yeah,
as
thank you.
always.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Goodbye.
Bye.